thought we would discuss my 2017 New Year's resolutions, what they were they successful, and what I have planned for 2018. Now in 2016, around November, I discovered Dr. McDougall and the Starch Solution. I ordered his book, The Healthiest Diet on the Planet. I read it, I got lots of recipes, and I started combing through YouTube. And I started looking at recipes and people to follow and to get motivation. And that's why I started my channel. It's because I got so much motivation from other people. I thought it's time for me to give back, to show you what I learned and to help you out with motivation and to basically document my progress. So I spent about 2 months researching and just getting my body ready, slowly weaning off of meat, dairy, eggs, cheese, all of that. And I think that because I weaned myself slowly, I didn't have nearly the problems that a lot of people have with detox. I allowed my body to adjust, and then I didn't have so much trouble with it. I learned to like my food very plain, and so it made my eating easy, it made the transition easy, and it made it easy to cook. I started having issues around February with trying to feed my family with their meat and cheese and eggs and dairy and all of that, and I just didn't want to touch the meat anymore. It just seemed really gross to me, and I just couldn't do it. And so I approached my husband in February with the dilemma, and he basically gave me 100% support. He said, what kind of husband would I be if I didn't support you? And if you're having problems with this, then I can see the progress you've made and how it's really changing you. And let's just take our entire family plant-based. And so that's what we did. So I took another 2 months to wean the family off slowly, doing a few meals every week that were completely plant-based, and then slowly weaning them off. And we kind of made a deal that when the meat in the freezer was gone, I wouldn't make it anymore. And to be honest, here we are, January 2018, and there's still meat in that freezer because they weaned off so easily that they didn't need it. And I really didn't want to cook it anymore. And so we didn't. It's still sitting there. And I don't know what to do with it, but it's still sitting there. Eventually, I'll find someone to give it to. So my goals for 2017 were to get off my medications. And the medications that I was taking, I had initially 3 medications for high blood pressure. It went down to 2, and then that was pretty common. That was average, 2 medications for blood pressure. 1 for cholesterol, 1 that was the aspirin, the baby aspirin a day for heart disease, and 1 that was for pain. 1 medication was for nerve pain. So I had the sciatic nerve problems, and then I had the muscle aches and muscle spasms that I had a pain medication for. And my goal was to go off of mainly my high blood pressure medication, and if I could go off as many of the others that I could, that was a goal. So that would have been a plus. I considered that a plus. But my main thing was the high blood pressure. I wanted to get that under control, and I wanted to get off that medication. I started off with a side effect from the medication that I was taking, and I got really sick. And I had been on that medication for probably 12 to 15 years. So that was a shock to me. And when I went to the doctor and she discovered what it was, it kind of put me on red alert. Okay, these are things that in the long run build up in my body and do harm to my body. And then all of the pain medications, the doctor kept testing me every year for liver problems, liver damage because of those medications. And so that was a red flag. Okay, I need to do something about these medications. Being disabled, I really didn't think I could get rid of those medications. I thought I might be able to limit them, but I wouldn't be able to get rid of them. So it was a complete shock to me that that was the first to go. So I just felt better. I slept better. I started off, I could only sleep on my side, and on this program, for some reason, I could then sleep on my back. I wasn't having as much problem sleeping. One of the medications that I took was for nerve damage and nerve pain, and I took that at night, and it made me really loopy and groggy and kind of out of it, so that if I had to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, which I always did, I was kind of stumbling about and loopy. And so I really didn't like taking that medication, but I didn't think that I could do without it. However, that was the first thing I gave up, was that medication, because I realized I was sleeping better. Then I noticed I wasn't having to take the pain medication for muscle spasms nearly as much. So I got rid of that one, and it wasn't a daily thing anymore. I took it occasionally, and then eventually I didn't take it anymore. So then it was the cholesterol medication. My cholesterol went from 197 down to 142. And so I was able to get rid of that. And I haven't tested it yet, but that's due to be tested, I think in February. And I'm not sure I will do it, because that's something I have to pay for. And we start the new year. That means new deductibles and new copays and having to satisfy all of that for insurance. And I don't think that's necessary anymore. So I probably won't pay to have that test done. I know that my cholesterol is good because I'm not eating any cholesterol, and I feel confident in skipping that test. The next thing was I had given up everything but the blood pressure medication, and so that was my main focus. So I did everything that I could. I started drinking hibiscus tea, and I gave up coffee, and you saw my video on that, and I switched to tea. I started researching all of the different foods and things to do, everything that came across Dr. Greger's site at nutritionfacts.org. Everything that Dr. McDougall said to do, I did. And at first I really wasn't seeing any progress. And so I wrote to Dr. McDougall, and he said, looks like you're on the right track, just keep going, stay with it. And so I did. And in, I think it was October or November, it worked. I went in for my checkup, and my doctor said, I can't believe how low your blood pressure is. Now, this doctor just was not supportive. She didn't understand why I wanted to get off my medications, which was kind of odd to me, since she had just watched me go through having side effects from medications. I couldn't understand her viewpoint, but the more I watched Dr. McDougall, the more I saw, okay, she's in it for the money. She doesn't think that I can do this, and she doesn't have faith in me. But I knew that Dr. McDougall did, and so I just stuck with it. And at that last checkup, she was just amazed. She said, you're an inspiration to other people, and I can't believe you did it, and well done you. So don't worry if your local doctor doesn't support you. Dr. McDougall does. And the rest of us out here in YouTube land, we support you. Okay, we're all in this together, and we should stick together and give each other support and motivation. And that's why I'm doing these videos, is to give other people support and motivation, just like I got it. And I need that every day. I need motivation every day. Every day I start off with watching YouTube videos. And if there aren't any new from the subscribers that I have, I start searching for other people that I can follow, because I need that motivation every day. And that's why I try to post a lot of videos, because I realize I'm not the only one out there that needs this, okay? So I'm here for you guys. I'm here to support you and to give you motivation, just like you all gave it to me. Okay, so my goals, back to my goals, that was my medication, and yes, that worked, and I got rid of all of them in 2017. My other goal was I wanted to lose at least 30 pounds. Now, I was 60 pounds overweight when I started this, okay? 202 pounds. I wanted to be at least 120. That's my ultimate goal. So I was 62 pounds overweight. My goal for the first year was 30 pounds. That's what I wanted to lose. I lost 35 pounds in 2017, okay? So that goal was met. So this program has really worked for me, and I really think it will work for you too if you stick with it. So going forward in 2018, I'm off all my medications. The only thing I need to focus on is weight. So I'm currently 166 pounds. My goal is to get to 120. So I have 46 more pounds to go. So for this year, since I easily lost 35 pounds and had several slip-ups through the year, and just, I know I can do it. If I stick to it, I'm a little more strict with myself, I think I can do that easily. So that's my goal for 2018, is 35 pounds. You guys stick with me, give me motivation, encourage me, and I'll encourage you. Have a great day, guys.